Good morning, friends, and welcome to your Pocket Coach, your coaching bite. I'm Georgina Joy Read, coming to you from Cape Town this morning, back in the mother city, and thanks very much for joining me today. I see this line might make me look slightly skew, but I am straight and so is the line, so I'm not sure what that's all about. Anyway, let's get on to our coaching for today. I've got something great for you and something that I personally developed through my experience, my understanding of what this means. So grab your pen and paper, grab your Master Entrepreneurship Coaching Workbook. If you haven't got one yet and you want one, just have a look in the comments and you'll find the link there from Amazon, and you can go ahead and grab yourself one for 250 Rand. Even if I do coaching once a week, every week for more than a year, still you won't run out of coaching in here. So grab your copy and let's turn to page 72, because that is where today's coaching is coming from. So here we go. Wealth formula, and write this down. Wealth formula: consistency over time equals wealth. Consistency over time equals wealth. Manage what you have. If you can't manage what you have, when you get more, you'll waste it. That's powerful. Money is a tool. So will you use it or will you abuse it? And then this is something that J.T. Fox says, and it's a direct quote from him. It's not important how much you earn. It's important what you do with what you earn. So the number not being important, but how you use that money. And that ties back into the wealth formula: consistency over time equals wealth. Now, there's, of course, monetary wealth, but if you consider any kind of wealth, think of your health wealth. Okay, if you consistently eat well or you consistently exercise over time, your body will be healthy. Think about relationship wealth. If you consistently pay attention to your spouse or partner or boyfriend and girlfriend, your guarded soul time together, you consistently do it, you will keep a good relationship, a wealthy relationship. So actually the same is for spiritual wealth. All right, you've got to do things consistently over a period of time. That's been one of my pain points, is a lack of consistency. I like things to change quickly, and I like to do new things. So being consistent has been a really challenging thing for me as an entrepreneur, because I tend to go for the next shiny object. But time and time again, I've seen it. Doing the same thing every week over a period of time leads you to wealth at the end. So our coaching question to consider is, what do I consistently do to create wealth? Now, you need to think about that. So let's start with financially. What do I consistently do to create wealth? So there's more than one thing when it comes to finance. There's the actual physical money, but finance is also really related to habits, and not just the money habits, but actually living habits as well. Okay, so you need to start thinking about success as wealth. So what are you doing that creates wealth in your life through your successful habits? These can be things like when you get up in the morning, how you treat your body in the morning with kindness or with a condensed milk milkshake. Okay, what are you putting into your body? What are you feeding your mind? Okay, are you reading things that are expanding your mind? Because really, let's face it, that's reading is probably the biggest one for mind expansion. Listening is fine too, but reading requires different skills and very powerful for expanding the mind. Okay, so are you reading a little bit every day? At 4 o'clock, I've got a reading slot. So from 4 to 4:30 every day, I allow myself reading time. And that's reading for mind expansion, not recreational reading, which of course is something you can do for fun. and also mind expanding, but perhaps not necessarily in the business sense. Okay, so we've got habits like that. So what are your habits? Mine, I've got reading from 4 to 4:30 every day. You might have something around exercise, you might have something around getting out, you might have something around engaging with people, depending what your needs are. Okay, and now what do I consistently do to create wealth? So let's talk about the money. These are things like from what you are earning, what you're generating in your business. Are you taking your portion consistently and putting that aside or putting that into a wealth building platform? So savings is very nice. But remember, savings, at some point in time, you expect to spend them. You save for something, isn't it? You save for an emergency, you save for a house deposit, you save for a vehicle. So at some point in time, you expect to spend your savings. That's why you have them. Okay, so savings will not create wealth over time. Okay, they will not. So what are you doing that creates wealth? Now you've got to look at, okay, what small portion of my money on a monthly, weekly, daily basis is going to something beyond myself, is going to my future. Okay, the future me that's going to be around in 10, 15, 20, 30, 45 years. My grandzo lived till 109, so I've got a long life path ahead of me still. So what are you putting towards the future you? That's where you're going to start creating wealth. Now, it doesn't have to be tons of money. This is the key. A small amount consistently will get you there. Okay, inconsistently, the very bumpy road, and there's actually no guarantee. But consistently doing something over a period of time will create wealth in that aspect. Okay, so are you putting money into shares? Are you looking at retirement opportunities? Are you building other businesses? Is your money going towards creating other businesses, helping other people become wealthy? There's a plethora of answers to this question. So, what are you doing consistently to create wealth for the future you? I would love to hear. So, please feel free to pop them in the comment. And for myself, I consistently put into a share portfolio, even though the amount I put in changes because my income is quite variable. But I've got a percentage, okay, and that's 11.5% of whatever comes in, I put in to my share portfolio. Okay, 11.5%. And I do it every single time. Doesn't matter whether I bought in 1,000 Rand or 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, 11.5% goes away. That's consistency. Now, with the passage of time, I will get that wealth result. And I want you to have the wealth result too. So tell me, what are you doing? And that's it for now. I will see you next week for another coaching bite. Thanks for spending the time with me today. See you then.